I'm going to present you le Laboratoire d'Informatique de Grenoble, and I'm going to start with a few facts. This is a lab of about 500 members, and about half of them are non-permanent members, that is, PhD students, engineers, postdoc, and the other half is permanent. Among them, about 40% are support staff, and on the rest, 1/3 is permanent researcher from CNRS and INRIA, and the 2/3 are professors from 4 universities here in Grenoble. The management team is composed of Catherine Garbet, from the right to the left, who is Director of Research at CNRS, Hervé Martin, who is professor at the Université Joseph Fourier, myself, I'm professor at Grenoble INP, Christian Logier, who is Director of Research at INRIA, and Dominique Rieu, who is professor at UPM. LIG, as I told you before, has more than 20 teams, but we wish to present its competence in 3 main research themes, right? So in this transparency, you have on one side humans and planets, and on the other side the hardware with its new form like multi-course processor, biosensors, actors. And we have these 4 main research themes. One has to do with infrastructures. We already said that we go to a ubiquitous digital world. It means that there is an infrastructure which is everywhere, composed of network, composed of very large distributed system, composed of high-performance system, and also this huge amount of data. So how to implement that, how to use that, how to go to that. Okay, so I'm back to the previous slide, and I want to add something. Of course, the subject of ambient and sustainable informatics is quite wide. So we chose to decline it into 9 challenges, and these challenges are categorized in 3 categories. So after giving you an idea of this global project, I will go through all our teams and try to tell you for each team what is its ID in 2 or 3 words, not very much, and to place it within this global project. So after that, I'm going to present you the LIG leaders, that's how we name them, which are leading this group. So this is André Judas for Drakkar, Jean-Bernard Stéphanie for Sardes, Bruno Gojal for Mescal, Jean-Louis Roch for Moai, Christine Collet for ADAS, and Vincent Quin for WAM. Now the team on software. All right, now our LIG leaders. This is Rachid Echaet for CAPP, Hubert Garavel for VASI, Alain Giraud for PopArt, Yves Ledru for Vasco, Jackie Estublier for Adel, and Christine Verdier for Sigma. Now the teams on interaction. And the leaders, Laurence Niguet for IHM, Jean Kaelen for Multicom, Jim Crowley for Prima, and Christian Logier for Emotion. I was not in time, sorry for that. Now the teams on knowledge. So Catherine Beru for MRIM, Yves Demazo for Magma, Eric Gossier for AMA, Jérôme Eusna for Exmo, Hervé Martin for Steamer, Hervé Blanchon for Getalp, and Pierre Tunikin for Meta. So I presented our research project from these 3 main competences, but I must tell you that we didn't, of course, elaborate this project on our own, but in interaction with the local environment, national environment, and of course, international environment. In terms of local positioning, there are also structures here to help the connection between industry and the academic world and to help academia to work together. International collaboration, I will try to give you an idea through this map. So the collaboration that are mentioned here are only the collaboration where either we have some money for that, or if we have common publications, right? Okay, now we'll go to some achievement element. So first, publication. Talking about PhD, currently we have about 190 PhD students, and there was about the same number of diplomas awarded during this period. In terms of visibility, I must say that on our website there is a rubric called Outstanding Facts, which is quite complete, and here I will only give a few facts. So for instance, people like Joël Coutaz, Yves Le Dru, Pierre Geneves, Laurent Schniguet, Franck Rousseau, Marie-Christine Rousset, got honorific distinctions over the period. Some groups like Getalp, Mescal, Moai, and Riem won international contests, and books were written, real books, not editing, right, by Pierre Bessières, Jérôme Meusnat, Christian Legier, Eric Rutten, Claudia Ronconcio. In terms of contracts, we have about 300 contracts running and about a rate of 50 new each year for a total amount of 6 million euros. Industrial partners, we have currently about 150 partnerships with industrial. So it was impossible to list all of them. So I only listed the most well-known. I'm not going to go through because, well, you can read. During these periods, we put up many things, I think, for the scientific life within LIG. Of course, there was LIG seminars, there were group seminars also, but they were overall seminars. We had these things, this thing called scientific mornings. So I don't know how it feels in English, but in French it is matinée scientifique. It means that overall the 3 years we chose subject. The last one was Green IT, where teams would gather and tell what is their work on this subject, right? And this happens about 3 or 4 times a year. Teaching, I won't say much because there are too many. In LIG there are 110 professors and they are teaching in all departments of the campus. Now I'll go to governance and operational mode. Okay, I told you that this is the first time LIG is evaluated as LIG. 4 years before it was LIG as a project. Now it's LIG as something living. So this is the LIG leaders. We meet every 2 weeks, and these are the leaders of the research group, but also of the staff group. Before going to internal things, I would say that with our parent organization, we had regular meetings to exchange about LIG life and LIG direction. So I wanted to tell you a little bit how the decision on recruiting are made within the lab, but I don't think I have time. So maybe later if you want to talk about this slide, but just few numbers. During this period, we recruited 24 maîtres de conférence and 18 professors. So regarding the primary ambition, which was to make a big lab, we think that LIG has proven to be a well-grounded structure and a place for internationally recognized researchers and groups, right? That they have their place and their own visibility, even if they are in a big structure. We are in a research project which is on ambient computing, and we are also a community of persons which really wants to work on this project. I thank you very much for your attention. I can answer your question now.
Okay, thank you, Brigitte.